Oh, what a great game. If you guys have not seen game number 3, definitely check it out. This is game number 4 between Kas and MaDFroG. I'm still reeling from game number 3, and I think Kas is too, as they're talking about it. Kas is playing as the light pink Terran player at the lower left hand corner, and he's telling MaDFroG that his play was absolutely epic as he destroyed so many Marines with 2 Infestors, and MaDFroG will be playing as the green Zerg at the upper right hand corner. If you have not seen game 3, I have a link in the description. Definitely see that. That is one of the best games I've ever seen. Very, very nice play from both players. Absolutely genius play from both players, I think. Well, MaDFroG is going to be playing at the upper right hand position, and the Terran is at the lower left hand position, because I bring this up because it's really important for the Zerg player to be really far away from the opponent, because that will allow him to safely expand. As he's scouting with the Overlord to the lower right hand position, he should be able to feel pretty happy and expand to the natural expansion directly outside of his base. Oh, by the way, this map is Delta Quadrant, so there is a ton load of bases. Not quite right, but there is one base right here, natural expansion. There is also a gold expansion and a natural expansion inside that's blocked off by destructible debris. So each player do have access to 4 bases, and there's a total of completely 16 bases all around this map. It is just an awesome, super action-packed map if you can get it going. And we do see the 16 pool and possibly into a hatch. He doesn't have the ability to put down the hatch right now because he doesn't feel that comfortable, I think, because he is down, I think, 1 or 2 games, so he wants to feel comfortable before he invests that money into a hatch. A lot of players will play a lot more defensively when they're behind, and they will go for some safer choices, whereas the opponents who are in front or ahead, they will choose some a little bit more unconventional choices. If you haven't seen the game between the player Hydra and Tyler, that is exactly what I'm talking about. Tyler had some really unconventional strategies when he was in the lead, and that helped him quite a bit. When MaDFroG determined that his opponent was not at the upper left and the lower right corner, he did expand to his natural expansion. He does have 1 drone, was denied that by that 1 Marine, and oh man, what a great game. Game number 3. Oh man, oh man, oh man. The drone is running back into the ZvT Watchtower as the SCV will be scouting in the right direction. A couple of very, very early Zerglings coming out. 6 Zerglings. If we take a look at the unit count, right now we see only 2 Zerglings versus 2 Marines. 6 more Zerglings are on the way. A couple of Zerglings are spawning right now. Army count 20 to 21, relatively the same. If we take a look at the minerals, the Terran player, Kas, has gotten 1 mineral. 1 gas, and he's working on his 2nd gas at the moment. He is getting a factory, so it will not be a massive amount of Marines, but it does seem like for MaDFroG that his opponent will be going Marines because he only sees Marines so far. He does not have vision of Kas base, as the 1 extractor is about to be complete. It is a little bit empty as no drones are on it. A couple of Zerglings getting ready, as we'll keep an eye on that extractor to see if the monetary amount here decreases. A couple of Zerglings running into the base, and there's only 2 Marines to defend, and he was going to swap the factory onto the reactor, but he really needs to pull off some SCVs to defend, as the extractor is still on mine because he's focusing all his micro here to try to kill off a lot of the units. A couple of SCVs do go down. If we take a look at the units lost tab, we see quite a bit of SCVs, and Marines are in a little bit of trouble, and these Zerglings should actually just back off a little bit because they're not going to be able to kill off those SCVs, and every second they take those SCVs away from the income will actually hurt his opponent a little bit more. A couple of more Marines are pumped out from the reactor, and now he's going to switch it with the factory, possibly pumping out some Hellions. 1 Overlord over here, 1 Overlord here. Very, very good positioning to check out whether or not some drops are coming from the sides of the map, because a lot of players do like to not fly the thing near the watchtower in the middle, because that will give your opponent too much notice, or if your opponent does have control of that tower, he will see it coming a mile away. A tech lab is going up against a factory, and a bunch of Zerglings marching through across the middle of the map. Income right now relatively the same, slight advantage for the Terran player as he does have those mules. A couple of Zerglings will be denied because of these 2 Hellions, and we might see some great Hellion micro, because Hellions will absolutely eat up the Zerglings. Zerglings are actually marching in unison. He shouldn't really do that. Run away, Zerglings, run away. He does send 3 Zerglings to give him and buy him some time to try to run away. He does send another 2 as his main Zerglings are running on. Now he's trying to get a surround. That will be enough, and I think these 2 Hellions will be able to get quite a number of kills. 7 kills and 3 kills. A couple of roaches being produced at the moment, and the Infernal Preigniter is being upgraded for the Hellions, and these Hellions have completely decimated all 15, it looks like, of those Zerglings. Very, very nice control there by Kas. As additional buildings are being built, both players have spent quite a bit of time microing their units. This barracks is just for show at this moment, not having any attachment, not building additional units, and a couple of more Hellions going to come across the map, and it looks like it's going to be about another 30 seconds before that pre-igniter does finish, and he will be absolutely roasty toasty on these drones. This queen is going to come off the creep. The queen does not take additional damage because it is not a light unit, it is bionic. I mean, it's bio something or other. What is it? Biological. Bionic. The Hellions are coming across the middle of the map. They might want to get into position and get a double flank around both sides. Roaches are in position, and the Hellions are trying to get around them. 3 Hellions are going to try to sneak through. 3 Hellions are in them. Ooh, and 3 drones go down right away to 1 dash of those flames, and the other Hellions are in here as well. If we take a look at the drones, they have gotten quite a bit of the kills. I think they got around 5-6 kills. I'm not sure if that was worth the cost of the Hellions themselves, but that did throw MaDFroG in a little bit of a pickle, as MaDFroG is spraying the creep a little bit with his creep tumor. A couple of more drones are being transferred at the moment. Metabolic boost is being researched for these Zerglings, but Zerglings are not really that great against upgraded Hellions, and a tank is coming out, and siege tech is being researched. If we take a look at the income tab right now, both players are pretty much dead even in terms of income, and the Terran is only still on 1 base, whereas the Zerg is on 2 base and gathering from 2 extractors worth of gas, and 2 Hellions are coming across the middle, and they will probably enter the base once again. Bailing's Nest going up for MaDFroG as the 2 Hellions are coming in, or not coming, and the Roaches are trying to block off the ramp. Perfect position, and the Hellions are coming in here. Ooh, 1 shot kills off 2 drones. Another 2 drone goes down. I think that was a very, very even exchange. 2 Hellions for 4 drones. Exact number of minerals accounted for. Couple of tanks are inside the base, getting ready to wait for that siege tech to finish, and the +1 weapon is on the way. A couple of Zerglings are being made. The Bailing's Nest is just about to finish, and we see a lot of factories. 3 factories. How did I count 4? 2 of them will have tech lab, 1 of them with a reactor. A couple of Zerglings and a bunch of Roaches are going to be joining in the middle of the map as the creep is being spread. And the Hellions are coming across, and they don't want to engage the Roaches because the Roaches will kill these Hellions really, really fast. And the Roaches are awfully slow. Just when I said they can kill them really fast, but they're moving really, really slow. And now we see a slight push by MaDFroG, but that he's going to back away from the tanks who are getting sieged up. And look at that siege range. Very, very nice siege range. There's some siege tanks on the high ground covering for these 2 siege tanks. And the orbital command is going down for the natural expansion of Kas, and MaDFroG is going to maybe expand again, or maybe not. The army size right now at 55 for the Terran player, 73 for the Zerg player. Zerg player having a very, very nice command, and the Terran player, Kas, is very, very smart, is going to scout around, but MaDFroG has placed a expansion at the gold over here. He has already destroyed the set of destructible rocks with his available Roaches previously, and will he be able to get some kills? He does get 1 drone kill. Ooh, he gets a 2nd drone kill. He targeted fired the drone that was very weak, so he did get 2 drones for the price of 1. And this hatchery is about to come online. The Spire has gone down. The +1 weapons for the vehicle is about to be complete. A couple of more Hellions coming out, and we see Thors. Oh yeah, Thors, baby. Thors are coming out from both of these factories. Well, not this one because he's supply block at the moment, and he does throw down a supply depot. I really like Terran's ability to throw down mules, supplies, and scan. That is very, very useful for 50 energy. It's the most useful 50 energy that you could possibly spend. Detection, supply, or minerals, whatever you want, whenever you want it. Very, very awesome. And we see 3 Hellions coming across the map. May he get some drones? No, he will not. He gets actually surrounded by some of the Roaches, but the Roaches are a little bit slow on creep, and these Zerglings will cut them off. But wow, 5 of those Zerglings die immediately to 1 shot from each of those Hellions. And that was a bad trade-off for MaDFroG. A very, very good trade for Kas. Couple of tanks. Very, very nice position. Look at these scattered tank lines. Very, very perfect positioning for those tanks. And these Roaches are coming to defend the hatchery from further harm. If we take a look at the income tab right now, both players about the same, even though Kas is slightly behind in terms of minerals, but he does have a very, very nice siege tank line, and siege tank do good damage to armor vehicles, and Thors don't do terribly well against roaches unless they're in great numbers, and Mutalisks are going to be able to clean up the tanks if they can take down the Thors with the roaches. So we'll see what we're going to be able to see relatively soon. The Mutalisks are coming inside right now, and I think this is a portrait. There's a lot of Thors, and he lost, I think, about 60% of his Mutalisks. He didn't really achieve much there. If you take a look at the resources loss tab, there's 1.7 versus 2.4. So a huge advantage for Kas, as even though he's building less, he's actually killing more with the lesser units. I mean, not lesser units, but fewer units is what I mean. A couple of SCVs building turrets and repairing some of the units. And the roaches coming in, trying to snipe off that SCV. We'll be able to do that. The +1 attack as well as the armor is being researched. I'm a little bit surprised he's researching the melee attack because he has, it looks like mostly roaches. He has 18 roaches and 8 Zerglings. Why would you upgrade the melee attack for the Zerglings unless you're going to go Ultralist, which would be awesome. Another factory going down, another 2 factory going down. There is 3 factories inside, there's 2 factories going up outside. There's non-stop Thor production. Thor is here, he's gonna march across the middle of the map. A couple of roaches gather in the middle. We'll see this coming, so he's probably gonna back away, it looks like. These Balings won't do too much as they do explosive damage versus light units. 35 versus light and 20 versus regular, so it's not going to do too great damage to the armor units of... Ooh, he's going to come in here and he's going to get maybe a couple of Thors. And some of these Balings do blow up on the Thor's, not doing tremendous amount of damage, as Thor does have 400 HP. Kas should really pull off some of his SV to try to repair. As if we take a look at the unit army count right now, 114 to 113 dead even, but if we take a look at the drone count, MaDFroG actually has 10 more drones, so that means that he has 10 less units for his army, and some of these drones are going to get shot down. A lot of these drones, ooh, only got 1 that time. A couple of roaches are getting shot by the Thors and the tanks. The tanks are not sieging up, but he's pushing forward, and he's going to try to destroy this hatchery, and this hatchery is all but gone. That queen dies almost in an immediate second. The hatchery is going down on the side, and the roaches will be able to catch some of these units out of position because he has most of his forces at his natural expansion at the gold over here. We'll be able to take down that 1 Thor. We'll be able to take down the 2nd Thor, probably the SCV is desperately trying to repair that Thor, but I think the Thor will go down. Ooh, just barely goes down. A lot of roaches still remain alive, and the forces are trying to retreat to come over here, and a lot of these SCVs are taken down by the roaches. I think it would have been better if the SCVs ran for cover, and they're running for cover right now, and the roaches are trying to take down this Thor, but I don't think that's going to happen. They're simply